The McLaren F1 cost $1 million, had an engine bay lined with gold, a central driving position and more power than God. With a top speed of 231 miles an hour, it was and still is the fastest road car in the world. And of course, it was reviewed on Top Gear with some enthusiasm by my old colleague, the racing driver, Tiff Needell.
On this Goodwood racetrack, this McLaren is unbelievable. But perhaps the most impressive part is the engine. It just goes on accelerating and accelerating. This is sensational.
I disagree, however, so we need a showdown. Good evening. I'm joined tonight by the man who filed that report, Tiff Needell. Tiff, the McLaren's rubbish, isn't it?
It's a fantastic car, Jeremy. It's got that wonderful 6-litre V12 engine singing right behind your ear. It's got over 600 horsepower.
Yeah, but the steering does weight up when you go around corners.
Of course, but as a professional driver, the steering, when the grip increases, it will get heavier as the G-force loads the tyres.
But I drove it, I could barely hold on to the steering wheel.
Of course, because the steering wheel's in centrally mounted and it gives you the perfect driving position. You can see your way around yourself. You can adjust it to suit
Not
exactly
much grip
the
at the back end, though, is there?
The grip, the aerodynamics, the tail comes
skittish.
up. Gordon Murray designed the aerodynamics of the car.
It's quite skittish, though, isn't it?
It holds the corners. If you're an experienced driver, you know what speed to go into the corner.
Skittish?
And, of course, it's got that gold-lined engine bay, which makes it the most wonderful machine. It's got racing technology all the way through it.
Is it skittish?
It's the best car I've ever driven around a circuit. Best production car, fastest.
Is it skittish?
It, to an amateur driver, might appear to be slightly... But to a proper professional driver, no, not at all.
I'm going to have to stop you there. That's all we've got time for tonight. There's just time to say that Tiff's wrong. Good night. It's unlikely the F40 will ever be beaten because today the supercar is a dying breed. Old ones are now found mainly in their pyjamas in underground car parks.
Haven't we met? You're some kind of beautiful stranger.
And new ones? Well, basically, there aren't any.
Taste for danger.
Ferrari has replaced its Testarossa with the front-engined 550, which is not a supercar. And the 355 has been replaced by the 360, a car that was designed to carry golf clubs, for heaven's sake. Jaguar is out of the game and will never get back in again. Bugatti is now owned by Volkswagen and is planning to make big saloons like this. And McLaren's next road car will be a big Mercedes. It's very sad, but just about the only supercar you can buy today is the Diablo. The people who started the ball rolling in the first place are pretty well the only ones left in the game. Why? Well, I think the McLaren F1 is partly to blame. It was too mad, too expensive. The only way forwards from a car like that is to go backwards, and who wants to do that? I also think taste comes into it. Supercars these days are too 80s, too in your face. You can even find the image of a Ferrari Testarossa on a packet of condoms, I'm told. Ribbed arousers, according to the sound man. Come to a restaurant today and it's all ice-white linen and low-voltage lighting. Red braces are out. Cool, brushed aluminium is in. There are times these days when I'm actually embarrassed to drive the 355. I sit there wishing I had something more discreet, something like that, actually.
All this talk of getting old, it's getting me down, my love, like a cat in a bag, waiting to drown. This time I'm coming down.
The Audi A8 may be powerful, but it treads a gentle path in what's become a red route world. It's discreet and elegant.
Yeah!
whereas the Diablo is a Hawaiian barbecue. It's Joe Walsh doing 185, while all anyone wants is a boy band and some seasons in the sun. If you drive round town in a car like this today, you feel like a Burke.
Hey, look at me, everyone. I've got the smallest willy in the whole world.